Did you know that this October is actually National Adopt a Shelter Dog Month? Luckily, Fort Wayne has their own animal shelter, and this remarkable shelter really gives back to the community. The Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control protects the animals, gives back to the community, and educates the public. For many pet advocates like me, it's really important to understand what your local shelter does for the community. And I think to truly appreciate something, you must first understand it. Animal shelters are for homeless, lost, or abandoned animals. The Fort Wayne Animal Humane Society opened their first humane shelter in 1945, and it's currently located at 3020 Hillegas Road. Knowing about this great organization and getting involved can save animals' lives. Not only do lives get saved, but the lives involved also benefit. More or less, this is what makes the animal shelter a complete safe haven for animals. Animal Care and Control does a lot of things to care for the results of irresponsible pet ownership and dog and cat overpopulation. This fortunately leads up to a lot of happy endings and adoptions. For one, they end animal abuse and suffering by providing a safe and comfortable place for lost and the abandoned animals. This includes enforcement of state and local laws to enforce the proper treatment of animals. And also, lost animals receive shelter until they are actually reclaimed by their owners. Excellent care, sanitation, and exercise is given to all the dogs that are admitted to the shelter. Secondly, there are spay and neuters that are offered to all animals at the shelter to cut down on overpopulation. Once an animal is spayed or neutered, they're not able to reproduce again. One of the in particular programs used by the Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control is the Spay-Neuter Association Program, also known as SNAP. The cost of spaying or neutering a pet is actually a lot less of the cost raising a litter of kittens or raising a litter of puppies, which is why the Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control offers them to every pet adopted. This really cuts down on the overpopulation, and it results in a lot of less stray animals that you see on the streets. Thirdly, they provide an admirable pet adoption for the community residents. I don't know if you've ever adopted an animal from Animal Care and Control, but they really make the experience great for anyone who's been through it. There are currently actually 163 million pet cats and dogs in the United States, and 1 out of 20, unfortunately, ends up in a shelter each year. And this is according to the American Humane Society in 2001. Luckily, they encourage adoptions to reduce the amount of unwanted animals, and that reduces the number of euthanized animals. In addition to protecting the animals, the public is also ensured a lot of advantages thanks to the shelter. So the animal shelter in the city of Fort Wayne work really hard to benefit the public. Animal Care and Control staff protects citizens from threatening animals. There's full investigation for both human and animal protection. Similarly, the public is also affected by the outreach of the shelter. Events held by the Animal Care and Control really bring together the community. For example, every year there is a national dog walk to raise money for the abused and neglected animals. And I actually went this year, and this is a sweatshirt from the event. This is the front, and on the back are all the businesses, veterinarian clinics that actually sponsored the walk. So as you can see, there's a lot of different businesses that come together for a greater cause. And actually, as said by Peggy Bender, who is the director of Fort Wayne Shelter, this year, which was the 25th National Dog Walk, over $30,000 were raised. And that's also according to the Journal-Gazette article. Not only is the community brought together by this great organization, but it really educates the people involved. The shelter administers human education services for schools, different scout groups, and also a lot of youth development organizations. They teach them how to responsibly care for animals, and they also teach them through programs and tours through the actual Animal Care and Control building. For instance, another great way to get educated is volunteering. I currently volunteer at the animal shelter. And when you volunteer, you'll learn about things that may lead to your career or a career change of your dreams. Education is a major goal of the animal care and control. And a famous quote by the American activist Rich Avenzo, which is also displayed in the lobby, says it all. The assembled groups held a variety of viewpoints on how the best way to help animals is. Yet we all agreed the most effective way to save the lives of healthy and treatable animals in the shortest amount of time was working together as a team. That's also found on the SPCA website. Furthermore, I think it's safe to conclude it's really obvious that animal care and control cares about both the animals and the public. Now, having talked about the services provided by the shelter, I definitely think their hard work should not go unnoticed. Like I said earlier, the Notable Shelter really gives back to the community. And the Fort Wayne Animal Control protects animals, benefits the public, and educates the community. I hope that this information really inspired you to go visit the shelter or maybe learn more information about some adoptions. And they simply just want to share the love for animals with the neighborhoods of Fort Wayne. That's really their main purpose. And the Animal Care and Control, in my opinion, is a true refuge. And they're really just trying to help people and help the animals.